Next on the water, we've got Junior Open Quad Sculls. Windsor Boys beat Marlow in the final last year. Windsor Boys in the semi-final this morning against Tideway Scullers School.
Get ready, please.
Windsor in that green and gold, and they've sat here before on the Berkshire station waiting for a big semi-final. Lots of experience previously in that Windsor boat. Should be a good match-up, this one. Being made to wait.
Yeah, and you know, it's in this race you have no coxswain. One of the athletes, usually bow or two-seat, is making the calls for the race, with calling out the strategy and the race plan. But these young men have worked hard all week to get here, so they know what they have to do, and they know that tomorrow is the day they want to be racing again.
Yeah, they want to leave their boat in the tent overnight, don't they? Won't be much in there on Sunday, that massive boat tent, which is chock-a-block. I know you're on stewarding duty there a lot of the week. It's a busy place on Tuesday. It's a pretty quiet place on Sunday.
It is indeed.
Away they go then, the Fawley Challenge Cup. Windsor Boys School on the Berkshire station. On the back station, we've got Tideway Scullers School. Junior Open Quads, and I'm watching Tideway Scullers steering. This is such a complex business, and you stick a crosswind into the mix, and it becomes extremely challenging at this stage of the race.
Yeah, right now, no flags up from the umpire. Both crews got off to a really great start. You can see sort of this, the power. The quad is, you know, one of the fastest sculling boat. And here it goes. It looks as though Windsor Boys have gotten out to a little bit of a lead. Tideway Scullers are hanging on right there with them.
Yeah, Windsor Boys are looking really sharp, aren't they?
They're doing a great job of getting those oars in the water together and really accelerating the boat.
So away they go. Windsor Boys School just over a length up. So Windsor Boys School moving the boat really well early in this race against Tideway Scullers School. And you can see there beautiful shots of the Hambledon and Hambledon Valley and Temple Island. Lovely stuff.
Yeah, you can see this is actually one of my favorite shots there, you know, Temple Island.
How are we describing the conditions here at Kiel? Because the wind, I'm watching the flags on the bank, I'm watching the trees on Temple Island there, and the branches swaying quite dramatically actually to the right of the island. What do we think?
Yeah, I think there's probably, it looks as though, you know, down here it was near the finish, it was a bit of a crosshead. Look up there, it looks like it may be more of a crosswind with the trees blowing sort of to the right there on your screen.
Well, the race is on, and both are in it. The Tideway Scullers have kept pace. It did look, didn't it, early, as if Windsor Boys might pull away and create an insurmountable lead. But actually what's happened here is, and credit to Tideway Scullers for this, they've stayed very much in contact, and it's extremely close. Yeah,
some very sharp rowing by both of these crews. Tideway Scullers are hanging in there. Windsor Boys got out to a very quick start. They were rowing very high. Tideway was understroking them, but right now, as they've both settled into the meat and the body of the race, it looks as though Tideways has been able to just roll their way back into this race.
And it's not mill pond-like, is it, the water this morning? There's a little bit of a bounce in it. Is that fair? Yeah, and that's really important, because if you have any kind of tip or any kind of bobble, you can get your oar cut in the water. You want to make sure that you're staying on top of the water. You're trying to make sure that you stay on top of the water with your oars and just row as well as possible. So, away Windsor Boys. They're trying to move clear here, but it's a good race. They can't shake off Tideway Scullers. Yeah, you know, it looked as though Tideway Scullers really worked hard to get back into it, but now now Windsor Boys are really starting to move out again. So clinical moment in the race. Windsor Boys deciding that was the point. I wonder if that was a predetermined tactic, Akil. Would the coach have sat them down last night and said, right, this is how we're going to play this one. We're going to get to this point, then we're going to burst. We'll move a length clear of Tideway, then we'll sit on that lead. And I mean, it's just surely not that easy to break a race down, but it almost looks like that. They've done it in such a clinical fashion.
Yeah, well, you know, as a team, you want to stick with your plan, but you also have to be able to respond to the moment. And so that's the difference between your strategy and the tactics that you need to implement to win a race. Right now, you can see these Windsor boys, they just look magnificent as they're rowing down together, really accelerating. You can see the distances between each blade. You can see the legs just firing down. What a great shot.
And what a great experience for the guys in the Windsor Boys boat. They must be loving that. The feel of shifting away crucially in a semi-final mid-race here at Tideway Scullers. You can just see as a little look over the shoulder from in the bow there, Joseph McCarthy. He had to look over his right shoulder. He's done it again, actually. He'll be very concerned that Windsor Boys are getting away.
Yeah, and you know, you really have to do something magnificent at this point in the race, because right now the Windsor boys have sort of I won't say it's comfortable, but they have the ability to react to anything that Tideway Scullers does. So right now they have to make they have to do something to really change the momentum of this race.
Yeah, they've got control, they've got a grip of it all. Bailey Taylor there, 17-year-old, second Henley Royal Regatta in the bow seat. You've had a couple of local derbies in the run in here. So the Windsor Boys boat, you can see here, beat Clare's Court School by 3 lengths on Friday. Went off much higher than Clare's Court, took an early lead on that day. Pulled away throughout before paddling home at the end on Friday. Today, slightly different approach. They weren't able to pull away early from Tideway Scullers, but that little injection of pace mid-race, and now they can sit on the lead and in front of stewards. They've almost got the job done.
Yeah, and the key word is almost, because you know what happens is these young men from Tideway, I'm sure they realize. You can see the look over there from their bow seat, Joseph McCarthy. Right now, he's probably just called a move and said, "This is it, lads. This is the time we have to go. If we're going to do anything, we have to move now." And so we'll see. But it looks as though Windsor is responding. They seem to have brought the rate up again themselves there. You know, that great shot of Bailey Taylor. Just you can see the sinew in his back as they accelerate the boat through the finish. You can hear the crowds there cheering for them, clapping on the side, and it looks as though they are going to get the job done.
Yes. Last few strokes for Windsor Boys School. Lots of zip in that boat. Classy performance, really classy performance. Tideway Scullers School giving it their all, but couldn't keep pace with Windsor Boys School, who over the line in the semi-final, the Fawley Challenge Cup. They know they're through to the big one tomorrow to defend their crown. They'll be up in the final tomorrow for the Fawley Challenge Cup. Well done to them, superb performance.